John and I are on the Celebrity ASCENT, and we are doing something different. This is day 2. Hello, everybody. Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with John. Hello, John.
Hello, Joyce.
Yesterday was embarkation day, and we are on the ascent for 28 days.
Yes, and everything went nice and smooth yesterday.
Yes, it did.
And
so today we had a sea day, and we didn't really do a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do any videos. We didn't take any pictures of anything. What did we do today?
We did some editing this morning, met with some people, and just we know so many people aboard. The crew is fantastic.
We spent the day in the casino. That's what he's trying to say. We spent the day in the casino. So let me just say this.
Horrible on this ship.
Okay, let me say this. This is going to be a first for us in many ways.
Yes.
This is going to be one take, mistakes and all,
yes.
Speaking over each other.
So bloopers.
No, there's no plan. I mean, we kind of have a little bit of a plan that what we're going to talk about loosely, but this is it. There's going to be no editing of these videos for the next 26 days, including today would be 27. Right. So we hope you enjoyed day 1. So this is day 2, as I said, and it's the end of the day. It is it's 10, almost 10:40 at night. And we just came back to our cabin and we ordered room service for dinner because we haven't eaten dinner yet. We played in the casino all day.
I was amazed at the response from the first video of all the comments, and it was
reactions.
Really amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
And we really appreciate the comments.
We do.
So
we do. And so keep them coming. We love hearing from you. We love your feedback. So if you're enjoying something, you have a question about something, we're pretty on top of the responses. We try to respond within the same day to all of them.
Let us know if you're going to be on the ascent for this next few weeks. People already said they'll be here.
There's a couple of people that have said.
Looking forward to meeting anybody.
Yeah,
everybody,
absolutely. Absolutely. So because we didn't do a whole lot today, one of the things that we thought we would do is we would have a little bit of a chat about embarkation day. And we took you through the process of getting on the ship. And we'd like to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect once you're on the ship. If you haven't been on a cruise or you haven't been on an Edge class ship before, I think it pretty much applies across the board. And if you have, then maybe we have some insight to some things that maybe you haven't experienced before.
Right. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comments.
Absolutely.
I have one important thing to say.
Uh-oh.
Cafe El Baccio is our favorite. My favorite place, and this ship is the only ship that I know of that has this really good cheese Danish. So if you come on this ship, you have to try the cheese Danish.
Well, you're kind of giving away your secret. So if you tell all of them to eat the cheese Danish, there might not be any left for you.
They'll make more.
Okay, I don't think so, but
we know people.
He's right. So. I'm a late night person, and I am barely up in the morning before the cheese Danishes are gone, but John has saved me one on occasion. And so I've had maybe 3 of them, and they're really delicious. It's only on this ship?
I think there's another ship.
Another Edge class ship?
Was it the Beyond?
I'm not sure, but
there was another ship that had something similar.
Okay.
But it wasn't as good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. And so there's a cheese Danish. Right. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about for embarkation day was elevator etiquette. This is something that John and I have talked about for a very long time. We have been cruising now for probably close to 25 years. Next month. No, not next month. No, we're not in March yet. It's hard to keep track of what day it is.
I don't even know what ship I'm in half the time.
Yeah.
I really know.
So our anniversary is in April, and we'll be married 25 years.
Yes.
And we did our first cruise with our 5 kids, probably the first year we were married. So we have a blended family. I have 2 from my first marriage, and John has 2 or 3 from his first marriage. So anyway, elevator etiquette. It astonishes me how many adults don't know proper behavior and what is the word? Just
common sense.
Common sense and courteous.
Yeah. Just wait for people to get off the elevator before you hop onto the elevator.
Okay, I'm going to take it one step further.
Yeah.
When you press the button to call the elevator, stand back a little bit. And when you see elevator doors open or you see the light around the elevator that it's coming there and it's going to open, you can stand near it, but don't stand in front of where the doors open, because the people that are getting off the elevator can't get off because you're standing in the way. And then it takes a little bit and then the doors start to close and it's a whole thing.
Right. And another common courtesy thing should be whoever gets there first should be able to get onto the elevator first. There'll be a line of people and someone will come along and just hop onto the elevator.
Yeah.
So,
as we all know, there's no line, but there'll be a crowd of people. And as John said, you're standing there and maybe somebody that just walks up happens to be standing, because what is there? 3 elevators on one side and 3 on the other. So it's 6 elevators. So let's just say you're standing all the way to the right, because that just happens to be where you came into the elevator bank, and somebody new comes up on the left and the one on the left opens. That person will just go and get on the elevator without letting the other people that have been standing there. And I have heard people say, I've been standing here for 15 minutes and I can't get on the elevator. And on that note, this is a personal preference of mine. Right. I don't know that it necessarily falls under the category of etiquette as much as it does just being a human being. If there's somebody that has mobility issues, whether they have a cane or a walker or they're in a wheelchair, I don't care how long I've been standing there, I'm going to let them go first. I just think it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. So that's my 2 cents on that. And we're not here to lecture you. Please know that. John and I are both very kind people. And we're not here to lecture anyone. We're just here to give you maybe some heads up, some tips. On that note, in the Edge class elevators, this is just for the Edge class ships. So the Edge, the Apex, the Beyond, and the Ascent.
Correct. The panels are heat sensitive.
Yes. The elevator panels inside where you press the buttons are heat censored. So you don't actually have to touch it. You can just come close to it and it'll activate. Well, on the Edge and the Apex.
Right.
The panels are here, side by side of the door. And the panels are about this wide. And it's okay because it's rare that I've ever seen anybody lean up against the same wall that the door is on. But on the Beyond and the Ascent, they changed the design. And they moved them from here next to the door to here.
On the wall.
On the wall of the elevator.
And they made the elevator a little bit narrower. Right.
So where they removed those 2 panels, they made that section of the wall more narrow. So the elevators on the Beyond and the Ascent, I would say they're about a foot more narrow than the Apex and the Edge. And because the panels are here on the sides, when someone comes in the elevator, they stand here. And inevitably, somebody leans up against it, and it's just their body heat. And it will deactivate some buttons that have been pushed and activate some that haven't been pushed.
You almost think there's like kids in there pushing buttons, but they're not.
We got on, this happened to us once. It's happened to us a lot of times, but we are so aware of it that we make sure that, the buttons stay pushed that were pushed and etc. But we got on, I forget what it was. We got on like at, say, deck 8 to go up to deck 15. And we ended up going down to deck 2 because somebody had leaned up against it and the buttons for all the floors going up were deactivated and a button for deck 2 was pressed. So everybody went to deck 2. It was like there was a ghost in the elevator. So Don't stand and lean against the panels.
So sorry, did you finish that?
No,
okay.
I was.
So
I said no. I didn't finish that. Don't stand against the panels. Don't stand in front of the door. Let people off the elevator. And for God's sakes, if it looks like it's crowded, don't try to squeeze in. There'll be another one coming by soon enough.
People forgot about COVID, and now there's the norovirus.
And it doesn't matter whether they be people have germs, and I know that there's personal space doesn't really exist in an elevator because it's an elevator, but there's still some sense of personal space. Yeah. So if it looks like, it's funny because the elevators say that it holds like 30 people or something. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, what? 6-year-olds? Because there's no way that many people are going to fit in the elevator. But anyway, and do you have any other elevator etiquette?
Well,
on that, let's stay on that and finish that up. Well, any other elevator etiquette issues?
Yes. Okay. People that spill things in the elevator. You know, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I guess you wait until you get somebody to clean it up. But sometimes there's puddles.
I don't know that that's a huge. I don't think that's a huge deal.
Maybe because I dropped that hamburger plate. And made a.
I think he just wants to tell you that he's dropped a hamburger plate and
it's mayonnaise and ketchup all over the place. But someone,
a crew member happened to be there, and
she said, "Don't worry, everybody does that."
It happens all the time. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen all the time.
And I don't drink, so I don't know what happened. What?
That's even worse. The fact that he doesn't drink alcohol, and it wasn't. Not that you don't drink. You do drink.
No.
So what else? What else can you expect on Embarkation Day? Oh, so this is one of the things that we've never really thought about it before, but the buffet closes at 2:30. So when you get on the ship, if you get on the ship on the later side, or let's say you brought your suitcase on with you and you want to unpack, whatever the case is, if you're hungry, the buffet is really, unless you're in a concierge class or a Zenith member, which concierge class has a welcome lunch and Zenith members can go to that. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot of options. Well, yes, the Mask Grill.
Mask Grill is open there.
The Mask Grill is open. So you can get hamburgers, hot dogs, turkey burgers, and french fries.
Hamburgers are good there. But we'll maybe show that in a video.
Yeah, and the pizza is open. But the main buffet closes at 2:30. So if you're hungry on Embarkation Day and you don't want pizza or a hamburger or hot dog, then you need to go to the buffet before 2:30.
And the cabins are usually not ready until 1 or 1:30 or so.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock? Okay.
1 o'clock.
Yeah. But you can
and the way that you can know that your cabin is ready, do you know?
Yeah, there's a sign on the door that says it's in progress or something.
Perfection in progress. Yeah. And if that magnet isn't on your door, then your stateroom is finished. Right. So in the morning of debarkation, for everybody that's on a cruise, the stateroom attendants, as they are cleaning the rooms, as they're getting ready, they go and put a magnet on every door. And the magnet says perfection in progress. And that doesn't come off of the door for the next cruise and the next group of people that come on until they are finished with your room.
And you can usually drop off your baggage before then.
You can always drop off your bags. Right. Yeah. Not usually. You can always drop off your bags. So you come on, as we showed you in episode 1 or day 1, you get to your cabin. Your keys are waiting for you at your cabin. You tap in. You can bring your stuff in, put it down. I usually stick it in a closet because if the cabin's not ready, I don't know what they've done and what they haven't done yet, and I don't want my stuff to be in their way. And they really don't like to touch your stuff. I'm not sure that they're even allowed to. So put it in the closet, and then go about your business. Go get something to eat, whatever.
I think we're want to keep the video between 10 and 15 minutes. So why don't we just discuss what we have planned for tomorrow?
Okay. So tomorrow we are in Puerto Plata,
yes,
Dominican Republic.
And I love the coffee on Umbrella Street.
There is I want to say Rubicon or something like that. We'll do a little video
and the
of
port
it tomorrow.
Is one of the nicest ports.
The actual port itself.
The actual port itself.
Yeah.
So we'll show
Bay.
you. We'll show you tomorrow.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to get off the ship in the morning. We have friends with us that have never been here before. So we're going to get off. We're going to go walk through the port, which is quite an extensive walk, but we're going to show everything to you.
Yes.
And go outside and we'll do some things.
Yes.
And then we'll come back. And
our friends Leah and Robbie. Leah is Joyce's oldest friend since they were 6.
6. She
was
moved in
7.
across the street from me when we were both 6.
Yeah.
And she moved in on April 15th. And 11 days later, she turned 7.
Yeah.
So I like to remind her often that she is always going to be older than me.
I'm older than all of you.
We both turned 60 this year. Well, last year, I guess.
They did,
2024.
not me.
Not him. Me and Leah.
I'm still 17
Anyway.
from last year's birthday, leap year birthday. So, okay.
But John's birthday is coming up. So John's birthday is going to be during these 28 days.
Yeah,
His birthday
but
is...
I don't really have a birthday because there's no 29th. But
he's a leap year baby. So.
Oh, let me give you my address. You can send me a present. No, I'm only kidding.
All right, guys, that does it for us for day 2.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these, please hit the thumbs up. Let us know. And if you haven't done so already and you'd like to follow us along, hit subscribe below this video and the notification bell on. That will let you know of any new videos that we post.
I try to do my best to respond to the comments within 24 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so if you have any questions or something,
let us know.
Make them easy questions.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We
Yes,
appreciate your support.
yes, we do.
And as always, we hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.